Why is wine important?
It's a philosophical maybe question, or it's however you want to answer it.
Well, you take it over. He's the philosophy major. I'm the history major.
But I think he asked you, but I can take it away because I'm going to go take Drew to golf.
No.
Okay, go for it.
This is the best part about having a father and son together in an interview, because you get this kind of thing. Go ahead.
Why is
I think you should
is this
take
a
it.
blue book essay thing? Okay. Why is wine important? To me, I rarely just drink wine. Well, a long time ago, probably did that, in the days of sangria. But no, wine is part of the whole food and enjoyment part of my life. So if I've had a big workout and I'm sweaty and all that, I'm going to have a beer. But if we want to sit down and have lunch or dinner and we want something that isn't just run of the mill, then you kind of figure, well, geez, what would go with that? So that's where my mindset is. It has always been that. Oh no, I take that back. For 50 years, that's the way I've looked at it. It's just not an alcohol beverage. It's a special thing. And that's the way it all played out in the universe. It's different than beer. It's different than spirits. If you want to look at it that way, and if you want to appreciate all the complexity think about all the varieties that are grown all over the world, and they taste different from different places. Not to mention the winemaker, you throw that part of it in, and now you have this such a complex situation that you can never figure it out, and you can never get tired of it. It's just different all the time.
I haven't got tired of it.
That's why I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Me too.
Not just the flavor,
Yeah.
but I love the whole spectrum of it. Okay, your turn, philosopher.
Yeah, well, after a really good workout, I would go for a Chris Sauvignon Blanc or a Chardonnay or a Rosé even. Like you can have the.
Are you going to
alcohol around
rehydrate though?
12.
You got to get some hydration.
Well, you got to have the water on the side, and then the rosé right there. So rosé all day is in rosé. So there's a lot of meanings to wine, and the way that I grew up and where I got really had my aha moment was actually working in restaurants when I was in college, and I was working for a gentleman who taught me. He paid me, and he taught me how to cook, and he carried our wine, and he opened my mind to all the food and wine and why it's so magical as well.
And that was Dan Berman.
And Dan Berman,
yes,
now out in I believe New Mexico, and so he was a special guy and still is, and he that was the spark that lit me up to come back or be here continuously. Did go down the philosophy avenue, but it was just the food and wine, just that, and also working with your hands. So I feel like wine also has a biblical reference, and that keeps it going. We can't ignore that. And so I think food and wine with your family, and I grew up with my family having wine, and when I turned 13, I had half wine, half water, and it's a beverage it's a mealtime beverage. And so we can go on and on, of course, but that's how the nitty-gritty of the day-to-day is how wine is an everyday beverage. And it's also going to be weekend wines. When you're making premium wines where people can't drink wine or pay that price every day, they can still have that special occasion for that date night, or on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday after church, and that's also why Zinfandel is still around, as that was a church wine. They would drink out of a jug, or after they would gather on Sunday and have their wine and their afternoon meal.
Lee, you want to say something?
I just want to say that I think where grapes are grown are usually in the most beautiful parts of the world, and we've been able to visit them and connect with people. It brings people together, and also you're drinking a bit of history. You're drinking a place, like maybe you're drinking a wine from 2012, and so you think, well, what was I doing in 2012? And I don't know. I just love all the connections between the land and the people, and of course the food, because you're sharing that with people when you're visiting, and then you're drinking history and you're drinking a place, and to me that's amazing.